So we're down here at the fantastic facilities that we've got access to at Peldon Cricket. We thought we'd take a little bit of time just to show you guys how to set up the bowling machine and how to use a bowling machine effectively for your practice sessions. So we've got here the standard version of the Bowler bowling machines. There's two here available at Peldon. So the first thing to do is to get the machine set. Now, I will always make sure that using these two dials here, that this black block, okay, which controls the line and the length of the ball, is always centered. So it's centered along this spindle and also centered along this spindle here. That means you've always got adjustment in all directions. So I've checked that. The next thing that I will want to do is I will look down the barrel of the bowling machine and see if that is landing roughly where I want the ball to be landing. Okay, that gives you a visual picture of where you want the ball to go. The adjustment for moving the whole head around is this large handle underneath here. So you can just loosen off this silver handle, grab the bowling machine by the carry handle up here, pivot it around until you've got the bowling machine lined up to roughly where on the pitch you want the ball to be landing. So with those things set, we can then power the machine on using the power button here. Now the indicator light on here shows orange at the moment because the bowling machine is not up to speed. When it gets up to a green, that shows you that it's ready to deliver at the speed that it's displaying on the screen. So for here, we're going to set it to 55. You can hear the wheels starting to spin as it gradually increases in speed. And the light has gone green, so the machine is now on speed and ready to use. Now on this particular model of bowler machine, you can see the numbers down here. It gives you a timer for how long your session's been running, and it's going to give you a ball count down here, okay? Display at the moment shows that there's no variation set, which I'll go through in a minute, and we've got no swing or deviation on the ball shown by the straight arrow here and the 0 number. So we've got 55 mile an hour, nice and straight. So we'll have a look at how this looks as it goes through. So I would normally present the ball to the batter by lifting it up in the air and then drop the ball into the machine. And there we go, hit off stump down the far side of the pitch. The real asset that we use a lot on these bowling machines is the variation function. So if you press and hold the variation function, it comes into here. Now, the feeder is for you if you're using the automatic feeder, and Tom from Peldon Cricket has already done a video that's available on the Peldon Cricket site on how to use the ball feeders. So I'm not going to go through that today, but I am going to go through the variation settings, okay? So we click down to go into the variation menu, then we click this button here to select variations. We click down again and we select turn variations on. Now it will set a left and a right hand batter, okay? That doesn't make too much difference, depending on which side it expects the batter to be standing. So we're going to say a right-handed batter for now. Now the next screen shows you it's going to set an upper speed limit. So a 3 mile an hour range is probably fairly typical. A 5 mile an hour range is going to be quite challenging for the batters, because as well as the speed that's changing, it's also going to change the length. You need to remember that the faster a bowling machine delivers the ball, the fuller that ball is going to land. So it's going to land nearer the stumps when it travels faster. Conversely, then it's going to go further back. It's going to be shorter when the speed is lower. So a 3 mile an hour range on speed there is fairly sensible. So we just select that there. 3 mile an hour again down from our 55 medium speed there. So we click 52 for that. Now the bias is how much the ball is going to vary by changing the speed of the wheels so that you get sort of in swing or out swing. 1 probably gives you a little bit of variance, which is quite nice. 2 is a little bit more challenging, and it goes down to 3, which is going to put a lot of bias on the ball and have big differences in between. We'll stick to the 2 that it was on already. And now we're back into our main menu. Now, as the person doing the feeder, as the coach or the parent that's doing the feeding here, really important to pay attention to the variation numbers down here. So the bowling machine is telling you what ball it is going to bowl next. So this one is going to be 56 mile an hour with 2% of left-hand swing on it. So we should see this further to the left-hand side as we look at it, so away from the off stump for a right-handed batter, and ever so slightly faster than average. So we'll have a look at that one go down. And there we go, well outside off stump, little bit of movement away. So there we see the light change colour then just briefly. It's dropped down to 52. No swing on this, so we'd see this one being slightly shorter. And there it is, shorter and straighter, and it's taken leg stump out there for us. Hopefully you find that useful.